You've also spoken about football. Football is very popular in India. So, another tough question: who is the greatest football player of all time? We got Messi, Pele, Maradona, Cristiano Ronaldo, Zidane. Who do you think is the greatest football player to have ever played?
It's absolutely true that many regions in India have a strong football culture. Our women's football team is performing really well, and the men's team is also making great progress. But if we talk about the past, back in the 1980s, one name that always stood out was Maradona. For that generation, he was seen as a true hero. And if you ask today's generation, they'll immediately mention Messi. Now that you've asked, another interesting memory just came to mind. There's a state in India called Madhya Pradesh, right in the center. There's a district called Shadol, a completely tribal region where a large tribal community resides. I really enjoy interacting with people from such communities, especially the self help groups run by tribal women. So I decided to visit them and have a conversation. But when I got there, I noticed something fascinating. Around 80 to 100 young boys, kids, and even some older youth, all dressed in sports uniforms, standing together. Naturally, I walked over to them. So I asked them, "Where are you all from?" And they replied, "We're from Mini Brazil." I was surprised and said, "What do you mean by Mini Brazil?" They said, "That's what people call our village." Curious, I asked, "Why do they call it Mini Brazil?" They explained, "In our village, football has been played for 4 generations. Nearly 80 national level players have come from here. Our entire village is dedicated to football." They also told me when we host our annual football match, nearly 20 to 25,000 spectators come from nearby villages to watch. I see the growing craze for football in India these days as a positive sign because it not only fuels passion but also builds true team spirit.
Yeah, football is one of the great sports that unites not just India, the whole world. And that just shows the power of what sport can do.